Of course, we cannot do dodging and burning without cleaning up the image at first. So this is not related to dodge and burn itself, but to the process of dodging and burning. Cleaning up is super important, and it's something you do every time before dodging and burning. That's why I decided to record this lesson as an optional, because maybe some of you don't know all of the techniques. Maybe some of you is confused about this, so this lesson is as an optional. I'm going to show you how I do cleaning up. It's very basic, but maybe some of you will be interested. If you are experienced about cleaning up, of course you can skip to another lesson. However, I would recommend you to stay with me. It will not be a long lesson, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing cleaning up, what I use, which tool I use for the cleaning up. And of course, in Photoshop, we have basic tools. To these basic tools belongs healing brush tool, spot healing brush tool, which is really great for some little spots. If we can find, if we have makeup, we cannot. Sometimes it's somewhere else, so it's very simple to clean up by this. Of course, healing brush tool, patch tool, I use only sometimes as an optional. And of course, clone stamp tool. So these are all the tools I'm using, and it's not like we can find our favorite tool and work with our favorite tool all the time, but every tool have some different tasks and every tool works a bit different way. So the best way to achieve the best results is to mix up all of the tools. I can find really harsh skin over here. I believe it was maybe very cold, so the skin can get something like this, and it's really difficult to sort this out by makeup or anything like that. So for such a thing, of course, we can create new layer, and for such a thing, it's always alright to use patch tool if we have really big spots. However, we could sort this out by some other tools as well. It's only one example. I think the patch tool would work really great. So I would do something like this by patch tool, and the rest really sort out by other things. So usually what I do, I create new empty layer. I'm going to call this spot maybe. It doesn't really matter how I'm going to call this, or maybe just clean up once again, just to not make us confusing. And we can use, as I said before, spot healing brush tool, and spot healing brush tool is really great for such a small spots, as you can notice over here. And remember to have selected sample all layers for this, because this has to affect other layers as well. If we will not have this selected, it's not going to work. So this is the easiest tool to sort out such a little spots everywhere. Of course, remember to not remove everything, because sometimes there exist things we don't want to remove. As you can see, such a little spots that makes the skin dirty. It's all easy to remove, but do not remove really huge spots. Well, maybe not really huge spots, but do not remove characteristic things for the model. And I'm going to show you the example just very quickly right now. So sorry for breaking this, but it's very important for you to learn this pattern right now. I'm going to open this image and just show you something. Okay, let's open the image quickly in Photoshop. As you can see on this image, you can notice some really nice spots which are characteristic for the model. So such a things are not things that we're removing. These things always stay, and the same wrinkle not always means the wrinkle that we have to remove. Remember that cleaning up is about, or removing things or retouching is about making model looks as she looks in the best day, and not making her looking fake. So that's very important. Other tool that I'm using, except spot healing brush tool, is healing brush tool. So what it does, it taking this texture, where we press Alt, we taking the texture from one spot and bringing up the texture to other place, and it adjusts the colors what exist around this area. So we have a lot of such little things, and I'm going to remove only main ones, because the ones with different color, because most of the spots are really easy to remove with dodging and burning, and that the proper way to do this, these shadows are not really a problem. This is not really an issue. So just the main spots over here, we have quite many of these, and it can take a little bit of time, not so much. Usually cleaning up can take since even 5 minutes till half an hour maybe. It depends on the model, depends how many problems we have, how many spots to remove. Of course, the main thing that I'm removing, I think, are the little hair, because sometimes there's too many hair, we have to sort them out really nicely, and that's the thing I want to show you really a lot, what is the easy way to do this. So I'm choosing Clone Stamp tool, and flow, it's alright if it stays around 30, and of course all layers, all current below, it's alright. And then, as you can see, with this soft flow, it's super easy to remove this in natural way. Here I could actually use healing brush, but I want to show you some other spots. This one, see, it's from eyelashes. We have some of these spots and it doesn't look so good. So it really works great for the hair. If we don't want this hair, we don't want them. So I'm going to choose Clone Stamp tool, and as you can see, the soft flow of this, let me remove this in a really natural way. Do not copy in too much, do not change in color, really soft change, and it's super easy with the pen. So that's how I work, and these tools I'm using for my cleanup. So I believe it's not complicated process, but maybe by this lesson a few things will be a bit more clear for you, how you can work, in which way you can use the tools, and what's the things to remove. So that's what I do. As you can see, little spots here in brush, hair, and some other spots also Clone Stamp tool. So I usually mix everything a little bit. Also, many people is retouching the hair. If you have a lot of hair, cross hair, that you want to retouch, that you want to remove a little bit, also I'm using the same method with Clone Stamp tool, because it let me remove them really nicely and going with the direction of the hair. And you can see it looks, the soft flow let them looks very natural, or if some of the hair are a bit too shiny, I'm doing this way, and the effect, the result is really extremely natural. I have quite many of this hair, but by the nature of this image is really natural image, so I don't feel the need to do this quite much. But if the image is more beauty image, with full makeup, etc., you might want this. But in general, I'm a really huge fan of natural look. I like when we can see natural stray hairs, and also you have to remember that standards are changing, and it's really good to keep the stray hairs, but of course remove them from the body. This thing over here I'm not going to remove, it's natural, but hair like this over here, of course I'm going to sort out a little bit. Now it was a bit too strong, and this of course happens. A bit too much over here. If it's too much, just change the flow into a smaller one. It will be easy to notice. Wrong copy right now. So that's the process. Some other spots over here. The red spots, of course, are the spots to remove. They don't look well. We don't want them. So I'm switching between tools and doing what I have to do. Remember, the point is, the more you keep, the better for the image is that. And of course, I used a bit bigger brush here to make it visible, but the smaller brush you're going to need, the better it is for your image, because you don't want to even out the skin. Don't want to destroy the skin texture, etc. And also, I always keep this cleaning up layer, so while I'm going to do dodging and burning, I usually mix cleaning up with dodge and burn, because at the beginning it's not so easy to notice everything, so sometimes we need to fix a few things a bit later. Of course, these things is to sort out, and I can sort it out by clone stamp or healing brush, also going to work quite well, and it's going to sort out the thing. So for this, I'm just going to mix these two tools to make it look a little bit better. See, there will be quite much work with dodging and burning in this area. I have a lot of rough skin, which is not so easy to sort out, but as you can see, using right tools and using right techniques, we can do this. Don't be bothered about colors at the moment so much, because this is something that we're going to take care of with dodge and burn. I go too far here. Yeah. So I'm going to sort out a bit later. I don't want to make this lesson too long. This was kind of reminder and to show you how to work, what to use to make it easier for you. And I believe most of the things are really clear. Maybe a few more things about cloning. Also, healing brush. This image doesn't have so many, but also we have a little mustache, which we should take care of a little bit. What I would recommend you also, where you don't have to, avoid the clone stamp to not destroy the texture. So very soft change. If you want to sort out the lips a little bit, straighten the edges, also clone stamp can do good work, I'm sorry. As you can see, there's no need right now. This is very nice and straight, but it can do really good job. Have some hair over here. Just going to have a look if I want to remove them. Just going to sort this out, and yeah, that would be it about this lesson. And next lesson, finally, we will go to the right parts of dodging and burning.